Here's a heartbreaker for me because it's Texas.
Right.
And a bill that's apparently being presented right now
In the Texas legislature.
in Texas legislature, not Europe.
Right.
If lawmakers approve this bill, then moms who kill their babies, up to 1 year, mind you, can get off because of postpartum psychosis.
Postpartum depression will be a defense for murdering a baby up to a year.
So, like about the time that baby's pulling up to stand up and look around and
legalizing infanticide.
And it undoes me to think that that could happen here. But one of the proponents of it, who defended, remember our friend Andrea Yates, says it's something every civilized country has on its books. It's nice. It's real civilized, isn't it?
And you know, here something that jumped in my mind when I read that was, we've always talked about this issue. Our country has talked about this issue of making sure that all the laws we pass are equally applied to males and females. Mm-hmm. How do you apply that to a male? What if a guy has an 8-month-old baby, and he says, you know, I never understood how this has physically affected me. I'm having to work more hours. I don't get to see my wife as much. It's really impacted our lives, and babies do that. You've got a newborn baby. We had babies. You've had 4 of them. You've had babies. They impact your life. What if a guy says, I killed my 8-month-old because it was just driving me nuts?
Then it better apply to
it better apply to him.
Yeah, but it might get him off is the sad part. But one of them says change in public attitude about educating people about postpartum is what will get this through. And, you know, like, oh, it's so bad and people need a break that, you know, run over their, 6-month-old baby's head. But yes, it does need to be brought up, because I was one that said, I will never have postpartum. You know, I'm a believer, I'm strong, I want this child, all that. I had it bad. I had it bad for a week, and it
But you didn't kill your son.
But I didn't kill my son.
Right.
I can't believe this is happening in Texas, and everybody ought to be calling their state senators and state reps and say they better not.
Fortunately,
pass
Texas is #1 in lots of neat things, as we all know. To be the first state in the union to do this is an embarrassment. And this ranks right up there with electing Ann Richards governor, which was the most horrific for a Texan. But anyway,
but see, the whole hypocrisy of the thing that bothers me. If a woman has an abortion, oh no, abortion doesn't affect her one way or the other. She's not depressed, don't have no kind of, it does have no impact whatsoever. Mm-hmm. However, if you have the baby, oh, you might go into depression so bad that it'd be all right for you to go ahead and kill her.
There's no such thing as post-abortion syndrome, right? That's what they'll tell you.
Right. That's a
So a woman
fantasy.
can kill her babies with no thought about it ever again.
As long as you didn't see him, because you can't see him in here.
Right.
Yeah, so there's no problem there.
Right.
However, if you have that child now, yes, you could be so depressed, you just might have to kill that child anyhow.
Up to a year.
Up to a year.
Right.
And I want to say, too, that I'm not dismissing postpartum. It's very real. I found out myself. And if I had the time and resources, I would go, especially to single moms that just give birth, and, help them, because sometimes they need it. But that's not, that's going a little bit far, don't you think?
It's unbelievable.